Ever since I watched this short film called I Am from World Creator, I'm like obsessed with nature and mountain landscape renders. I tried a lot of things to recreate it, but failed. Now, I'm kind of happy to say I learned it by practice and watching a lot of YouTube tutorials. Experimenting, of course, it's not the same level as other artists, but I'm more than happy enough. So, in this video, I will try to break down this scene I made fully in Blender. First thing first, reference. I was looking for a mountain to recreate, and first I was trying to recreate Himalayas because I don't live far away from them. But I already made that in my previous render, so I decided to get inspired by a beautiful mountain in Nagaland called Saramati. I fell in love with this mountain when I first saw it and decided to recreate it. Of course, the mountain I made was nowhere near as Saramati, but it gave me an idea for the base. For creating the mountain, I use Gaea, a great terrain generation software I recommend everyone to use if they're into environment art. I used Voronoi and combined with Mountain node. You can see my settings here. Then a Hydrofix and Shaper node to adjust some settings. Then a Warp for some warp, then a choke point that allows to simplify complex node setups. Then the most important node that every Gaia user use, erosion. After the main shape done, add a normal node and make it set up, not Y up. Then I made measure for the mountain model. You can either use height map, then a sat map node and exported everything in 2K in PNG 16-bit. Here is all my node setup. Then in Blender, now the things is pretty much simple here. You just need to focus on composition and lighting. I used 35mm for the camera, organized my scene. Keep in mind that organization is very important in every software. In node editor, plug texture and normal map and connect it. Make sure to increase the roughness value and lower the specular value. You can see huge difference here. I duplicate the mountains, change some rotation so that it don't look repetitive because repetition breaks realism. After adding the HDRI, there is no beautiful scene without atmosphere. Add a cube, fill the scene with it. I learned this technique by Covicsworth. After you filled the scene, I connected principal volume node and made the density too low, like 0.5 or 0.2. I did a lot of adjustment here, but here is my final volume. I messed with my HDRI, changed a lot of HDRIs, rotated, but at the end I like this default sunset one, downloaded from polyhaven.com. Time to add a fake sky. I just added a plane, scaled it so big in the background, and just find some nice looking skies, plug it in diffuse channel and then emission channel, and adjust the setting to 1 to 1.4. One more atmosphere trick I like to add is called fog planes to create depth. Just add a plane, plug it at gradient texture to alpha, then Control T for mapping node, and color ramp for adjusting the value, and just mess around with it. Duplicate it and drag it on other mountains to create sense of scale and depth, cause it's very important. Extra thing you can do to make your nature scenes look more impressive is to create cloud shadows. Simply add a plane, then in material tab add a noise texture, plug it in alpha channel, then color ramp for adjusting. Drag your plane according to your light direction and you can see the difference is pretty good in my opinion. Of course you can't see much of a difference here, but in some scenes it will benefit a lot. Trust me. And make sure to turn off diffuse in ray visibility to hide the plane. Now you don't have to use highly detailed foliage to scatter since the tree is gonna be so far. We can just use tree plane. You can download your favorite tree PNG from Google or any other website, but make sure it's high quality. Plug it in diffuse channel and alpha channel. You can add color ramp in alpha to control the transparency. To scatter it on mountain, go in weight paint mode and paint it wherever you want to scatter. And don't worry, you can paint more later. I'm happy with this one. I initially wanted to use scatter on surface mode new in Blender 5.0, but it doesn't work out for me that well, so I use particle system to scatter instead. It's still very solid. Add a new particle system, make it here, add your tree plane in render category. Adjust your rotation. For me, object Y worked out well. In children tab, use interpolate it and increase the display and render amount. And I also increase the hair length to 4 meter to 9 meter. Don't use a regular number in emission cause it will make your PC smoke. And once you're happy with your trees, then it's great because your scene is 90% done. Quick thing I did is adding a saturation value node to make the trees little dark cause it was looking too shiny. Now it's time to add some clouds. I use VDB clouds here cause it will make the scene more realistic. You can download VDB clouds from link in the description. It's completely free. Simply right click on the viewport, volume, then import open VDB. Now this took me a lot of time to fit it perfectly, like an hour or so. After I was happy with the clouds, now it's time to animate the scene. Putting keyframe on camera in start and in the end. Putting a noise modifier to make it more handheld. Increase the scale and decrease the strength will work well. Now, after 30 hours of rendering and collaborating little bit in DaVinci Resolve, I know it's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. I learned a lot of techniques from it, and I hope you also learned something. You can subscribe to the channel if you like my content. I truly appreciate you watched this video till the end. So thank you so much. And I'm also going to try some new things on this channel. You just gotta wait. As of now, that's it. Thank you for watching.